Good morning, I'm meteorologist Ted Schmidt. We're looking outside just a few minutes after 9 o'clock on this very cold Wednesday morning. Certainly a touch of reality here, something we haven't had in a long time. That's a sub-zero morning. We had some really cold sunshine. A few clouds are now drifting in. This is time-lapse from our Quality Group camera from Assisi Heights looking into the west. Of course, you start seeing those clouds come in, and eventually they will take over. We're going to lose that sunshine we're enjoying right now. And even without the sun, though, we'll still at least add a few more degrees on for the rest of the day. But right now, very cold start the day. Thankfully, the winds are light, 5-mile-per-hour winds in Rochester. 1 is the temperature. We started out a degree below zero, the coldest morning in 3 solid weeks. It's been a while since we've had to do this type of thing and to get used to the sub-zero stuff. But sadly enough, over the next week or so, we're going to see more often than not, more typical January weather, not the 30s and even 40s we've enjoyed recently the last couple of weeks. Definitely moving in that January midwinter type mode, and we're going to have to start getting used to more of that. Even though I will say this, in 24 hours we're going to be talking about another mild day, but probably the only above average temperature we're going to see for quite some time. So we're going to have to get used to something a little different. Today, definitely below average with those temperatures, starting at a degree below zero, and again looking at highs only in the teens later on. But first thing this morning, here's what we had. 1 below zero in Rochester, Dodge Center 2 below zero, and 2 below also in Red Wing. Mason City started out just a little above zero, and it was 5 in Winona. But right now, here's what we have. 7 degrees in Winona, 1 above zero in Rochester, Dodge Center up to 0. It's 5 in Mason City, Austin 7, Albert Lea 3, 1 in Rochester, but the winds are very light. It feels like 9 below, but only a 5-mile-per-hour breeze. That helps quite a bit anyway. Air pressure is rising as high pressure moves on through. 30.45 inches of mercury. So pretty strong high pressure, but it's going to move very quickly. We do have some changes behind this tranquil area of very cold, very dry high pressure. Change in temperatures from this time yesterday to today. It's now 21 degrees colder in Rochester, 20 degrees colder in Austin, 22 degrees colder in Winona. And here are the wind chill levels, just a little bit below zero. Winds are pretty light. Changes move through the day. We'll have increasing cloud cover the next couple of hours. Gray skies for the most part this afternoon, a high temperature around 15, and then we'll see that in the evening. Notice the temperatures in the evening begin to take off, begin to climb. That's what we're facing. We're looking at warmer air, but also more wind. It's going to be a gusty night. This wind's 19 miles per hour. To go with that, we're also going to have some pretty strong gusts by mid-evening. Some very light activity in the way of snowfall. None of this is so far reaching the ground. Some flurry activity heavily approaching warm front. What we're facing right now, some clouds, maybe a flurry or 2 out of this at most, but increasing cloud cover to go with that warm air. A cold Wednesday, breezy, mild weather for tomorrow, and maybe a little rain. And then some more seasonally chilly weather this weekend with small doses of snow. Really cold up north. International Falls right now 25 below. It's 10 below in Duluth. But already we're starting to warm up. It's 1 in Rochester, 15 in Des Moines, 24 in Lincoln. Here's Futurecast. High pressure moves quickly to the southeast. Cloud cover comes in to replace the sun we've been enjoying, warm air, and the cloud cover coming in. Very early tomorrow, there's a slight chance of maybe a spot or 2 of drizzle or freezing drizzle. Then we'll see this. This is what we're looking at, some light rain in the area. That comes in for the middle part of the day, developing around 10, 11, 12 o'clock until about 2 or 3 o'clock. Cold front then moves through, dry air behind it, not as breezy behind the system, thankfully. It's not a lot of really strong winds on Friday. Maybe a little filtered sunshine at first, but then we're watching more activity coming in for the south and west. This is going to move in like this and move into toward Wisconsin for us. Maybe grazing the area with a chance of very light snow. Here's what we're looking at from the American version of the longer term model, the GFS. In the way of snowfall, nothing at all for our area from that system, but we're looking at maybe an inch or so between Sunday evening and perhaps Monday night when we see another couple of systems come in. The European model maybe a little farther north. This will give us a little dusting of snow in parts of the area on late Friday afternoon, evening, and then again as we move along to late Sunday into Monday, another little coating of snow there, and then we'll see maybe another one beyond that for Tuesday, but with that Arctic front coming in and really cold air beyond that for the end of next week. But 15 in Rochester today, 20 in Mason City, increasing clouds, a brisk southeast breeze, 5 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, gusty winds, those raw winds out of the southeast, 35 miles per hour. That keeps the wind chill barely above zero, but will be around 15 at first, climbing into the 20s overnight with those temperatures. And then tomorrow, maybe a little bit of rain, maybe a spot or two of freezing drizzle. Not many of those, I think, at this point, mainly just midday rain. South winds 25 miles per hour at times, but a high of 40. Just won't feel like 40 because of those winds. The wind chill mainly around the freezing mark, maybe 30, 33 or so with that feels like temperature. 7-day forecast, little rain tomorrow. Very slight chance of snow as that system grazes us to the south late Friday. And then again, Sunday afternoon, Sunday night, maybe a little snow. And then Monday night into early Tuesday, another chance of light snow. These little systems bringing light coatings of snow. We saw how much we can expect, a 5-6 day total of like an inch or two. So right now, that's the way it looks right now. Not necessarily a lot of snow, a lot of chances of snow, but not even really strong chances. But a lot of stuff to put it on the 7-day. A lot of stuff to talk about. I guess it keeps our jobs interesting and busy, but right now today a very quiet day. Not much happening around our weather, just a lot of shivering. A very cold day with highs in the teens, but look forward to maybe that shot of warmth tomorrow for our Thursday. In the meantime, have a great day, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.